United we stand, divided we fall. How true that is. And tell me we aren't divided right now. This nation is more polarized than it's been since the Civil War. That's the first one, that is. And we may have a second one coming around the corner. I'm just calling it like I see it. We're divided in so much over religious things, race, of course, political lines, just ways of life. You have this division between the conservative Republicans that want America to stand for everything it's always stood for, minus the slavery, of course. And we love the old red, white, and blue. We love our flag. We love everything that America has stood for, minus the slavery. We love the Constitution. We love the fact that you can say what we want to say and do what we want to do. And we don't want all these rules broken. We believe in immigration, but we don't believe it should be a free-for-all. We think things should be fair and just. And we believe in honesty, integrity, etc. Now, does that mean people don't step out of line? No. Of course people step out of line. Does it mean that there isn't police brutality? Yeah, there's police brutality a little. We got to deal with that. Racism? Yeah, that too. There's a little racism still around. Not like old school racism, not like to the degree that it was, 50 or 100 years ago, not by a long shot. But then again, we also have, well, what some people would call reverse racism. It's still racism if you're against white people. It's a bunch of bullshit. We should be unified. We should be on the same page. It should be America first. It should be, that we care about other nations, but America first. And we should be looking out for our fellow patriots, our fellow Americans. I'm telling you, there are good people in every race. Good, intelligent, stand-up, moral, hardworking people of every race. Then there are a lot of douchebags. There's a lot of shitheads out there of every race. Shithead white people, shithead Mexicans, shithead black people, shithead Asian people. And those acting like shitheads deserve whatever names they're called, whether you be black, white, Chinese, whatever, Filipino, I don't care, whatever. If you're a good stand-up person, if you're a good American, awesome. Then you're my brother or sister. Otherwise, nah, you can suck it. That's right. I said suck it. No matter where a nation polarized. And I think that happened at the beginning of the Obama administration. You see, before that, we were one as a nation. And yes, Democrats, Republicans, we always had this little bit of rivalry going on. But it was kind of like a sibling rivalry. We still loved each other. We still cared about each other as fellow Americans. But, maybe we'd poke fun at Jimmy Carter if you're a Republican, or George Bush if you're a Democrat, whatever. That's fine, whatever. But it wasn't until Obama came into the picture, and I'm not saying that because I'm a racist. I'm not freaking racist. But he won fair and square. And we were okay with that, we being the true Americans, patriots, a.k.a. Republicans. We were fine with it. We just wanted him to do a good job. But about a year into his term, he started shitting on all of us. Started unraveling everything that America ever stood for. Started with all this, I don't know what you want to call it, political correctness, or just revamping the whole US of A, everything America's always stood for. It's not because I'm nostalgic for it per se. It's because it's what we stand for. It's who we are. We built these. Our forefathers built these precepts, I guess you could say. Rules to live by. Notions. I don't know, anyway. About a year in, he started crapping on all of that. And I guess a certain amount of Democrats were happy. And they were happy that there was a black man in office as president. And I was chill with it. I actually voted for another black man named Alan Keyes before that. But I didn't vote for Obama because I thought he was a douche. I still do. And I don't think he has the true America's heart and interest. I don't think he looks out for our best interest. That being said, the nation split. It got very divided at that point. About a year in. For the next 7 years, it's very stressful for us conservatives. Very stressful. Seeing everything that we knew and cared about just being torn up and shit on. Things being changed into something perverse, something we didn't care to see changed. Didn't care anything about it. But Then, of course, Trump came in, and Trump won fair and square as well. And I think it's because, well, a lot of people just assumed Hillary's going to win easy. And maybe they didn't go out and vote or something. I don't know. But they underestimated Trump, and he won. So he went in there, and he started reversing everything. And Trump, by our standards, stands for true America. We don't follow Trump blindly because he's Trump. We follow Trump because he sees things the same thing we do. He sees these things in a traditional patriotic form. He knows what America truly stands for. And that's why we dig him. That's why we backed his play. That's why we like him. Is he perfect? No, it's not perfect. Played around with his wives and stuff like that. I don't think on that. I don't approve of it. But I will say this. I think he wanted to be a hero for America. I think he wanted to do a lot of good. And he did a lot of good for both sides. I mean, look at the economy and everything else. Look at what he did for minorities as well. He did a lot of good. He played ally to our allies, Israel, etc. I mean, he did a great many good things. But the nation was still polarized because he was looking out for traditional American values, not caring about Obama values, if you will. So now we've been polarized for, 12 years? And with Joe Biden in there, no, it's not going to work, especially after this last election. And we'll talk about that, but in one of the future videos here. These first few videos, first 4 or 5 videos are going to be very tame. The last couple might be pretty hard hitting, so stick around. All right, I'm going to take a break.